Let's look now at what happens when we have this kind of steady growth in a finite environment. Bacteria grow by doubling, and one bacterium divides to become 2, the 2 divide to become 4, the 4 become 8, 16, and so on. Suppose we had bacteria that doubled in number this way every minute. Suppose we put one of these bacteria in an empty bottle at 11 in the morning and then observe that the bottle's full at 12 noon. Now there's our case of just ordinary, steady growth. It has a doubling time of 1 minute. It's in the finite environment of one bottle. I want to ask you 3 questions. Number 1, at what time was the bottle half full? Well, would you believe 11:59, 1 minute before 12, because they double in number every minute. And the second question, if you were an average bacterium in that bottle, at what time would you first realize that you were running out of space? Now think about this. This kind of steady growth is the centerpiece of the national economy and of the entire global economy. Think about it. Well, let's just look at the last minutes in the bottle. At 12 noon it's full, 1 minute before it's half full, 2 minutes before it's a quarter full, then an eighth and a 16th. Let me ask you, at 5 minutes before 12, when the bottle's only 3% full and is 97% open space just yearning for development, how many of you would realize there was a problem? Now, in the ongoing controversy over growth in Boulder, someone wrote to the newspaper some years ago and said, look, there isn't any problem with population growth in Boulder because, the writer said, we have 15 times as much open space as we've already used. So let me ask you, what time was it in Boulder when the open space was 15 times the amount of space we'd already used? And the answer is it was 4 minutes before 12 in Boulder Valley. Well, suppose that at 2 minutes before 12, some of the bacteria realize that they're running out of space, so they launch a great search for new bottles. And they search offshore, on the outer continental shelf, in the overthrust belt, and in the Arctic, and they find 3 new bottles. Now, that is a colossal discovery. That discovery is 3 times the amount of resource they ever knew about before. They now have 4 bottles. Before the discovery, there was only 1. Now, surely, this will give them a sustainable society, won't it? Would you know what the third question is? How long can the growth continue as a result of this magnificent discovery? Well, let's look at the score. At 12 noon, 1 bottle's filled, there are 3 to go. 12:01, 2 bottles are filled, there are 2 to go. And at 12:02, all 4 are filled, and that's the end of the line.